Don't get confused with this poor old man, he is about to save our humanity from vanishing. His name was Ichiro, and he worked tirelessly to build this dwelling. But his family takes his struggles as worthless. They think about him as a useless and a stupid person. He still used to struggle hard to provide for them. But they were not habitual to respect or value him. Ichiro's kids used to feel embarrassed, accepting him as a father. They had a mindset that Ichiro did nothing throughout his life. Not only he hasn't built anything but also hasn't provided them enough to fulfill their wishes. As a result, Ichiro had become a coward. But his family did not understand this. He has grown old and his working age is over now. It is not his responsibility to do a job but for his kids. Ichiro's kids did not understand their responsibilities. And they used to put all allegations on their father. Despite these difficulties, Ichiro used to work hard and he was lonely despite his family. He was a straightforward man, so no employee in the office used to respect him. He doesn't even have a friend. Because of this situation, Ichiro's condition worsened. When he goes to the doctor for a checkup, the doctor tells him that he is suffering from cancer and he will die soon. Now Ichiro tries to tell this fact to his family. But his family overlooks this news. His all family members were engaged in the pursuit of their lives. Meanwhile, he finds a dog and that dog was so faithful to him. When his wife gets to know about this dog, she asks him to get this dog out of the house. He asks that dog, again and again, to go far from him. But that dog doesn't want to leave him. Now Ichiro brings that dog to a park to keep it far from him. And he glimpses a very weird spaceship there. That spaceship falls on them before he understood anything. At the same time, he gets killed. After this, a flashback scene is seen in their mind of Ichiro. At the first sight, he is revived. And he returns home with the dog. Now he was taking everything so strange after coming to the house. He was performing those tasks pretty easily now, which were otherwise much harder for him. He feels a mysterious strength in his body. Meantime, he glimpses his hands and sees one fingernail is uncovered. Then 2 pins of USB are seen there. His whole face is open as he touches his throat and also both arms. Now he understands that the crash landing of an alien force made him a robot. A teenage boy named Hiro with him who was also present at that time in the park. He is also turned into a machine like Ichiro. But Hiro soon understands this technological power and becomes skilled in it soon. Hiro could also fire through his finger and also control electric devices perfectly. Now he also reveals his powers to his friend. Hiro was a lonesome boy who had only his mother in his family. His father had left them for the lust for wealth. It was the cause that Hiro always wanted to see his mother happy. Hiro's financial condition was so poor and he cannot do anything despite his will. He used to drown in grief in this sad thought. Hiro used to feel aggressive when he ever looked at a happy family. He used to feel envy for this. Contrarily, Ichiro is seen, who had also known about his superpowers. He notices that he heals a pigeon with no time. In the meantime, he hears a crying sound and while chasing that sound, he reaches a hospital. He witnesses there that lady's son is nearly losing his life. At the same time, Ichiro recovers her son, using his power. And that lady's son is completely recovered. Now, Ichiro thinks to use this superpower for helping others. On the opposite side, Hiro thinks he will use his powers to irritate the people. He teases some of the boys in the college and while witnessing his actions, his friends also begin to feel terror. Now he had started to think about himself as a king because of these abilities. He makes the list of peoples he want to be avenged. First of all, he moves to his father and begins to kill his father's family. But he avoids it later. Then he hears a laughing sound of a family on the way. Hiro loses his temper and kills all members of that family. This news is spread and Hiro's friend understands that it has been committed by Hiro. Due to this cause, his friend breaks up with his childhood friend. Hiro had left alone because of this loss and on the other side, Ichiro was also upset because of this. He was not performing his duty properly in his office due to these troubles and he pleads with his boss to maintain his job. Afterward, Ichiro returns home and his wife tells him that his son is not willing to go to college. And his daughter also wants to migrate from college. The disturbing fact is that Ichiro knows that his wife is with another man. Poor Ichiro does not utter any word to anyone. He, on the other hand, claims that everyone has the right to live their own life in their way. After this, he says to his son, "Don't be afraid of others." And he also advises his daughter, "You can build your career in the subject arts." Despite the fulfillment of the family members' wishes, they find fault in Ichiro. Now Ichiro sits in a corner after being dejected. At the same time, he hears the weeping sound of a man and it was none other than Hiro's friend, who was so worried because of Hiro's mistakes. Now Ichiro wanted to reach there immediately, so his robotic wings appeared in this haste. He quickly reaches Hiro's friend while flying and Hiro's friend reveals to him the whole truth. He says it is only you who can stop him. But Ichiro had no fighting skills. Now Hiro's friend helps him in this matter. Then he drinks the salt water by mistake. But his robotic alien machine does not accept this change. And it ejects that water out instantly. It means this machine becomes out of order because of salt water. On the other hand, Police had also arrived doubting Hiro is responsible for the murder of that family. Now they all begin to seize him, but he shoots everyone and escapes from there. After this, he goes to his friend. Now Hiro had known everywhere as most wanted. People scold his mother because of him and she commits suicide. Hiro is gone mad in anger when he knows this reality. Now he victimizes everyone who had gone against him. He hacks their devices and starts killing everyone. But Ichiro understands that Hiro is behind all these bad activities. And he advises his family members to keep themselves away from all electric devices. But no member of his family had ever taken his advice seriously. On the other side, Hiro is planning to kill the people, using another way. Meanwhile, his friend comes there who knows about this. That Hiro is behind this game. Despite this, she helps Hiro. She was sure on this that Hiro will soon be mended and everything will come on its normal routine as before. Hiro also gets sentimental and he decides that he will not kill anyone. At the same time, police approach there and they fire at Hiro. He was not worried about himself because he could get no harm. Above all, he was most worried about his girlfriend. She may lose her life after receiving a gunshot. Hiro tries his best to rescue his friend. But she receives gunshots. Now he is flown into a rage and decides that he will destroy the whole world. He hacks all the presented screens of computers, mobiles, and buildings. In this way, he starts to kill all. There is great turmoil in the whole city due to this. Contrarily, the survivors were taking all facts as fun. Ichiro's kids were also among them and he also hacks all screens with the help of Hiro's friend. He conveys the message to all, keep away from all your electric devices. Everyone throws their electric devices away from them. By doing so, the death rate of the people was reduced. Now Hiro also begins to use his weapons. He begins to fire the missiles at all buildings in the city. Witnessing all, Ichiro moves to Hiro. He begins to fight with him and a great fight starts between them. However, while flying, Hiro tries to push a helicopter pilot down. But Ichiro rescues that pilot. He again begins to run from Hiro because he was less powerful than Hiro. He makes Hiro drink the salt water after entrapping him. Hiro's robotic body was highly technical, so salt water takes time to affect him. Ichiro takes Hiro far from Earth to space. Now salt water begins to affect Hiro. As Hiro loses his power, Ichiro attacks him. Later, he moves to his daughter and saves her life, giving her an electric shock with his power. Hiro is again reached there and beats him violently. Ichiro's condition begins to worsen as Hiro beats him badly. After this, Hiro makes his next victim his daughter and throws his daughter from the building. Ichiro asks forgiveness from him only for the life of his daughter. But he throws her down. The mysterious powers begin to generate in Ichiro and he kills Hiro with his full power. He saves his daughter. Ichiro's family members begin to respect him in his home. Hiro was still alive and the movie ends here. Make sure to like and subscribe as it will motivate us to keep uploading.